Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video I'd like to show you my WE Baby Hi Capa 3.8, which is this gun here. I've been having a lot of fun with this gun and I've owned it for quite some time now, so I thought I'd share my personal opinion and my views on the gun itself. Okay, when you first get the gun, it comes in a very plain cardboard box with some nice graphics on the front. And some egg crate innards, and what it holds is the gun itself, a magazine, and an instruction manual. Nothing fancy. Okay, so when you first pick the gun out of the box and hold it, you'll notice that it has an incredible weight to it. It's very, very hefty for such a small frame, such a compact pistol. The weight is phenomenal. You wouldn't believe how heavy this is. What that translates to is a very, very high or a lot of recoil. It does recoil a lot. It shakes and whatever, depending on what gas you use, of course, and on the temperature. But in general, it has a lot of recoil, which is fantastic for such a small pistol. Okay, this is it's the Baby Hi Capa is basically a smaller, more compact version of the WE Hi Capa 5.1, which is the larger, bigger version, or the normal version of this. Okay, where has it lost size is the slide here, where it's just about that much shorter, and also the grip here, where the regular 5.1 Hi Capa comes to about there. This one stops there, so your little finger sort of just rests on that lip there, whereas it used to on the 5.1 it would probably be about there. Okay, so it's a lot more compact. The grip does feel quite fat in my hands, and where it's being short and fat and quite stubby, to be honest, but it just rounds off the look. I think it makes it very well balanced. Okay, most of the weight is down to this being an all-metal construction. The whole pistol is metal, which is what they say, it's full metal, obviously, apart from the grip, which is made of plastic. Okay. Before I continue, if you're looking at WE Hi Capas and you've been doing research or whatever, you may notice that there's lots of different variants of the Baby Hi Capa, and that this one probably looks different to the ones that you've seen, or you've probably seen this one before but wondering why there's so many different variations. That's because they offer many variations of this pistol. I'm not exactly I'm not a pro and I'm not an expert on the WE brand and their Hi Capas, but I've noticed that they have this slide with these type of serrations here, and they also offer it with the curved serrations, and also you may have seen ones with it has some port cutouts here on the front and on this side as well. And they also offer it with a different grip. This one has this kind of pattern here. They also offer it where it's just kind of plain here, just with a little bit of I don't know, it's not checkering, but it's some kind of pattern that they put here, and with a big WE logo down here in the form of a sticker. This one just has a WE sticker here in gold and here. Okay, right. Playing around with these this Baby Hi Capa, it's been a lot of fun. There's been times playing around with it where it just started venting halfway through shooting, and that was down to it having dried or run out of lube in most parts. For me, I've noticed that my personal WE Hi Capa, I don't know if this is the same with all of them, but on this my personal one, when it runs out of lube and it dries up a little bit, it starts to not run very well. It needs to be heavily lubed for some reason, and it's quite it's quite picky on its magazines as well. For instance, if I would use the original WE Baby Hi Capa magazine, it would be fine. But if I was to use, let's say, these are Tokyo Marui 5.1 magazines, which fit in the gun, but they stick out a little bit. These run fine. If I use a Tokyo Marui extended magazine, this one here, it tends to vent for some reason. I'm not too sure. It might be have something to do with the actual that part there, which is where the gas comes out. But I'm not too sure. But it's fine because I don't need it to work with a multitude of different magazines, and I'm not gonna try and make this run supremely well. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just a gun for fun, and I break out and shoot every now and again, if it's not too cold. Okay, being the slide being so heavy, it glides back very easily when you load it, when you cock it. It just glides back with very minimal effort, but the recoil spring does help it, does snap back pretty well. So it's, in my opinion, the recoil spring is rated pretty well for this weight of slide. Okay. Bear in mind though that where this slide is so heavy and the spring is probably not optimal, it does have quite a bit of play. You can actually load it just like that. Okay, almost, but you get the picture. It's pretty heavy, and the recoil spring is just about right for it. It's just about strong enough, but it can be a little bit stronger. Okay, right, as I was saying, the sights are non-adjustable. It's just got a plain Jane front sight there and a very normal rear sight there. This is not actually removable, this rear sight. It's actually part of the slide, and the front sight is the front sight can come off, but it's non-adjustable. Okay, so they're just kind of there for you to get a picture of about where you are aiming, but it's not going to be super accurate. Okay, I'll just take the slide off there. It just disassembles very easily. Right, when you take the slide off, you'll notice that the blowback housing is incredibly similar to a Tokyo Marui blowback housing, but I've not actually, I don't know if they're interchangeable because I've not tried putting a Tokyo Marui one in there, and I've not tried putting this one and Tokyo Marui one in there. I think this one runs just fine as it is, and if it breaks, maybe I'll try. If not, you know, I'll just probably leave it. That's the loading nozzle there, also very, very similar to a Tokyo Marui one. With my pistol, this particular one, ever since I purchased it, it's this loading nozzle is supposed to retract, but mine doesn't. I've had a look, and it's just too tight around the ring. When it goes on, the air seal is just so tight, the spring's not strong enough to push it back. But it seems to function fine, even with that problem, so I'm not too bothered. That's the recoil spring there, which is, I said, was rated just about fine. This part here, it actually comes with a rubber buffer just there, and it comes with a little washer on the top as well, so that the spring can rest on it without damaging the buffer. That's for obviously when it shoots and the slide punches forward or backwards, the buffer there can absorb some of the impact, and I think that's to add reliability and also add longevity to the slide and the parts. So that's pretty good that they include that there. You know, I was pretty surprised first when I had a look at it. I thought, oh, that's pretty good, you know. So that's the upper slide. The frame, nothing special about the frame. It's very, very similar to a Tokyo Marui Hi Capa 5.1. I'm not actually comparing this to a Tokyo Marui Hi Capa 5.1. I'm just telling you how similar it is. It looks to it in my eyes. It looks almost identical. I'm not saying which one is better or which one is worse. This is obviously a much, much cheaper model, and they've obviously manufactured this with less, probably cheaper materials, and it's probably, the process making the parts is probably cheaper as well in comparison to the Tokyo Maruis, but that does not detract from its you know, the design. In my opinion, I still really enjoy using these WEs. I'll probably still continue buying them if they keep releasing pistols. I do enjoy using them. The grip, as I said before, it's a little bit shorter than the original 5.1s. So in my hands, my little finger, my pinky finger, just sort of rests on the lip there, and it's just about enough for my hands. It's not super comfy, so after a while your hand may get a bit tired, bearing in mind this is a pretty fat grip, but I can't imagine you holding this for hours on end anyway. You probably just shoot it every now and again. Okay, the tolerances, all the parts are obviously metal, and they're machined with quite loose tolerances. What that means is they're not gonna be super precision machined. I think the general gist is if you take this slide off this pistol and put it on any old WE pistol, it's gonna work because the tolerances are quite loose. There's quite a lot of play in a lot of parts, and they're not manufactured to tight specs. And I don't think they spend a lot of time quality controlling their slides, as long as, or their pistols, as long as they work, they function, they shoot. That's fine. You know, that's about as much quality controlling you need on these pistols, which helps with the price. They are very, very decently priced. You know. Okay, so I'll stick the slide back on there. I'll give you a quick shooting test. You know, this is green gas in an original Baby Hi Capa magazine. Okay. Oh, always a joy to shoot a full metal WE. Wow, that's just insane. The weight of the pistol as well. Oh, it's great to shoot. Wow. Okay. And just to show you, that was the original WE magazine. And just to show you, I'm going to be using a Tokyo Marui magazine, a Tokyo Marui Hi Capa 5.1 magazine, completely standard. Might help if I actually put some gas in there. Okay. And it sticks out a little bit on the bottom there. If you don't mind that, it's not a problem. Okay, and if you don't mind that sticking out, you might not mind this sticking out either, an extended magazine, which is pretty crazy on this compact pistol. It probably defeats the purpose of having a compact pistol if you're gonna stick a massive magazine on there, but you know, just for the sake of this this video, here you go. Okay, right, that's those 3 magazines. So if you're oh, did I say this was available in silver as well? So it's available in quite a few different styles, quite a few different types, and it's available in silver as well, which is great. You know, I know some people really favour the silver colour in their pistols because they are slightly more attractive. But those of you who enjoy black pistols, this one's pretty fine too. You know, if you are thinking of buying a WE pistol and thinking, oh, I've read online that they're unreliable, they can be. Okay, obviously this is not a precision machined pistol, and it's not made in super, you know, a brilliant factory where everything is going to be clean and they machine everything, you know, to spec, and then have a lineup of people that check each part and make sure they fit together and each pistol is working. That's going to cost a lot of money, and that's going to just defeat the purpose of this design. Of this particular company's aim is to make affordable pistols. They're not going to be super reliable, obviously, but they will work, and if parts break, you can probably change them with other parts. I think most of the parts on these WE pistols are interchangeable with Tokyo Marui ones, so you know, check out on the forums, have an ask around, or even if you have a friend with parts, or if you have Tokyo Marui pistols, check them out. You know, change over the parts if something breaks and see if that works. It may work better, it may not work as good, or if worse comes to worse, buy another pistol. I mean, this one, as you can see, it's pretty worn out. Mine's still working perfectly. It's shooting, obviously dependent on temperature, anywhere from 245 SPS to 200 and about, I think the maximum I got was about 275 FPS. Dependent on gas, dependent on temperature, but these are not something you're gonna want to make super consistent and incredibly accurate. Obviously, you're not going to get that since the sights are non-adjustable. But they are a lot of fun, okay? And the recoil, the feel of them, and the weight, you know, and the sound of them, oh, it's just brilliant. And for the price, in my opinion, they're pretty unbeatable. You're not going to find, you know, a 1911-ish look-alike in this compact frame for cheaper. I think these are pretty much probably the cheapest pistols on the market that are full metal. But if you're considering a Baby Hi Capa, you know, just for fun, then you should buy one. You should try it out, you know, and if you want to collect them, just collect them, because they are great fun. And when you break them out and shoot them at targets or whatever, I'm not sure if you want this. If you are a gamer and you play war games or airsoft skirmishes, this may not be the pistol for you. It's probably not the best for a sidearm, but they are very good fun. Okay, so that's my my take on the WE Baby Hi Capa. If you you know, like this video, then check out some of my other ones. Okay, but that's my take on it. I guess I'll see you later.